I'm back. Ended this week around $12,000 in profit. Going over all the trades I alerted this week. Reminder, 2 days left. My mentorship's 30% off. Get my trade alerts, live trade with me, get access to my trading course, all in my mentorship. This week's going to hold a lot of sentiment in my heart just because of the fact that this had to be something really out of my comfort zone. I had nothing to trade off of as someone who trades supply and demand. With the election breaking all-time highs, I had to really rely on my instincts, my previous experience in the market. I had to solely pretty much trade off price action, which kind of left me, having to kind of freestyle and it ended up going my way. And, there's some things we're going to talk about why. As you guys all know, Trump blew the market up. Pretty much anytime you bought longs at all, you made money. It still is working. So inherently going into, especially Wednesday, the day after the election, I was very bullish pretty much majority of the time. This was the first time Trump really started to take the lead. This was Tuesday night, kind of going into 12 o'clock, midnight around here. We just had continuous buying, as Trump got closer and closer to actually winning the election. Then we finally got to market open, saw some volatility come in. We took 2 trades here, both long setups. Again, I pretty much solely was dependent on playing long, so I had to, pick that side. I wanted to wait for buyers to actually kind of take control after a drop because I was, we've been talking about this in all my YouTube videos. I want to get these entries right here. I don't want to be trying to chase these tops, trying to catch all-time highs. This is 2 different zones right here. We broke above the first one. Price started to kind of fizzle into this one. Buyers are showing strength still. We're seeing confidence. This was pretty much at the heat of Trump getting elected. This is the day after market open. So this is pretty much when everything first started. Price came down, finally broke underneath this zone, and then we kind of swept this low, and that's exactly what knew me. All right, I'm gonna get into this trade. Why I got into this trade at this point was because we finally got down to the bottom of this zone, and I saw that we swept pretty much that whole low. I actually got in on this candle close right here because I like to wait for candle closes. You guys end up seeing that we pull kind of sideways, but look at this candle. So we showed once again, buyers at a new low. So we saw people notice that, okay, we just swept this low. I'm going to buy in here. We made a new low, bought back up off the EMA, closed above it, entered right there, sold off, bought back right up onto this EMA, took a trim at the top of this zone for 50 points. Huge sell off, comes back down to this low. You see that we have another example of buyers underneath this zone. 2 more times, pretty much 4 times, but these 2 candles specifically, huge bottom wicks, gave me confidence. Okay, there is buyers underneath me. Swept this low again, came back up, started to sell off again. Buyers confirmed at a higher low this time. So now I understand there's buyers here and there's buyers here. Comes back up. We have a candle close above the EMA. Kind of gave me a really good prompt to get into the trade. We bought off this low, shot up, sold off, made a higher low, then saw buyers off of that, closing back above the EMA, got in at that close, targeted for another 50 points. Originally targeted this high, but decided to exit at 55 just because I was already at 55 in the day. Yeah, it got me over 100 on the day. Then we continued to pump the rest of that day, kind of moved into it. I was obviously done trading. This is now Wednesday. Sentiment continues. We're still looking for longs. Trump is still in the office. Everybody's looking for fucking as many points as possible. Decided before market open to take a shot at shorts. I saw that we were coming up before in pre-market. Had a kind of the same exact thing, yesterday where we saw that right here, bought back up. That kind of showed, okay, there's obviously some big sells here. People are trying to get in before market opens up. I was kind of predicting the move. This is kind of the same thing, pretty much to the opposite side though. Reason why I got into this trade was just because I believe that we were so overbought yesterday. I was expecting to see a little bit of a drop, but in hindsight, we just ripped forever again. Bought off this zone that I had drawn out, got out for 20 points, then automatically flipped my bias, understood that, okay, this is going to be a continuation from yesterday. People are still trying to get in, and that's quickly what happened. Price gets bought back up. We end up coming up to this, had this nice candle close, another green candle buying up off this, pretty much come backing down into this imbalance. We ended up picking up more buys, closing back above the CMA, really gave me confidence to take longs again. Hopped in longs at this candle close with an SL at the bottom of this wick. I was never in drawdown, pretty much saw an insta pump. Decided to exit here for 25 points. Price continues to come up, buys off this previous low right here, bought up here, sold back down, buyers underneath us, again confirming that this trend will probably continue. We are just retracing, understanding that a difference between a sell-off and a retracement is very important. Confirm buyers underneath us, price comes back up, got in at this candle close right here, filled me a little bit higher than I liked, had a 25 point SL, took 25 points in profit there. SL was here because obviously that was our previous low. Same exact thing happened here compared to what I was just talking about. Again, buyback, retracement, push up. Same exact thing happened here, just a little bit smaller of a scale. Buy up, retracement, buying back, getting in, targeting a new high. That's exactly what I did. You guys can see that I was just playing my SL down at this previous wick. This is a super bullish close. I got in right at this close. SL was 12 points, just pretty much ran a 1-to-1 on that, got filled. After that, same thing again, just on a bigger time frame. We had this buyback. We were looking for a retracement. That's exactly what we got. We had the buyback, pulling back to this EMA, showing buyers another opportunity to push this back up. This is not a sell-off. This is a retracement. You can understand that because look at how weak these red candles look compared to how big these green candles have been all day. Got in at this candle close right here because it finally showed us some sort of buyers. You guys see it was pretty choppy underneath this, but we held this strong enough, got 40 points on this one. Went absolutely crazy this day. And today obviously is Friday and we ended up taking a loss. Again, I've been slowly trading off of price action and I was on the 15 minute and I noticed this candle close right here. You guys see how insane this candle is right here. This is what we actually got our entry on. This is the 15-minute time frame. We had this giant sell off and then we obviously closed back down at its open. I hopped in shorts right there with an SL at the top of the wick. The reason why I like shorts anyway is just because we finally had our first pretty much sell-off of the Trump cycle. Then I had this zone above us, which pretty much showed a lot of prominent volume, meaning that once we were chased up to here, I was expecting some sell-offs anyways, and that's exactly what we got on this first wick. So we had that first wick above us, obviously, that we had to fight through, and then we had the supply zone now above us. And you can see we were in this for like 2.5 hours. We saw so much selling. You guys can see, look at all these top wicks we had. But unfortunately, buyers just took control and we finally got stopped out of this trade and we pretty much just been pumping the last, hour. Great trade though. I love this. I love seeing the results of taking a good trade. Just because I lose a trade doesn't mean it was a bad setup. In this scenario, it was a great trade. We took a trade with a short side bias and we wanted to see some selling and that's exactly what we did. We just didn't have sellers take control underneath is the problem. It gets to the point when you trade off of price action and most strategies itself, you have to find a good setup and all you're hoping for is that it first to play out and then actually, buyers in this case or sellers taking control afterwards. So we actually had the selling above, but we didn't have the selling following through. So that's the only thing that kind of ruined this. Still a really good week overall. I just feel really confident taking trades now. I'm kind of just, again, freestyling, but I'm taking them very confidently. I'm taking them very precisely. I think I'm doing great right now. Hopefully you guys had good weeks too, man. I know I got a lot of people paid. I know a lot of people had pretty good weeks as well. It was really good price action. I'm hoping that Trump can kind of carry this one through for the next 4 years, but that's not going to happen. My prediction for next week, definitely some sell-off. I'm expecting a lot of red next week. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm thinking people, start to wake up and realize that stuff's kind of going to start to fizzle out. You guys can see we kind of lost momentum today. I mean, yes, we are holding, but it's definitely not that super bullish, super great sentiment we've had, but this can be good for confirmation of trend, making sure that this is a valid area. People are continuously buying, but I do think, guys, look at this. We're so overdue for a retracement. I would definitely target this previous high right here. If we get down to this area, I'm not really big on taking daily trades, but I would really expect a lot of buying to come in at this previous high of day. But pretty good week. I love you guys so much. Make sure to join the mentorship. There's even a free section if you really need to look at it more. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Like the video, subscribe, man. I'm trying to consistently upload more, so motivate me. What's up, guys? I'm at the Forex. What's up, guys? I'm at the Forex Festival in Tampa, Florida.
Hello, my name is Ben. I'm at the beach.
That's so fucked up.
I'm at the beach.
Be outside.
Oh, that's the mic on it. Can everyone stop saying I don't look 19? I'm 19. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. Damn. That's pretty good.